I felt I was going to kill people, I was going to strangle people. It was constant mental torture. I've crossed this bridge many times since it happened in the car, but I've not actually walked past it. So this is the first time I've been back since the night really that changed my life.
After suffering from obsessive compulsive disorder for all his life, Adam was left exhausted by the years spent trying to fight his thoughts, concluding the only way out was to commit suicide.
I was so tired of the battle. I was so scared of my thoughts. I had a breakdown of epic proportions. There was just nowhere to go from it. And I sat on the bridge, and that was it. I was going to end it.
Adam's obsessive thoughts had started in childhood, but as he got older, they became progressively worse.
My fear was, seeing in the news people being killed, people being murdered, and overnight I thought I was going to be a murderer. And I thought I was going to strangle people. I thought I was going to stab people. And it wasn't that I just thought it. I felt I was having urges to do it. I'd convinced myself that I was having urges to strangle people, urges to kill people, and beating myself up about it, thinking, you're such a horrible guy, you're going to end up in prison, you're going to, your family are going to be disgraced by it. I didn't realise, this is a mental health problem. I thought, I'm a killer, I'm a psychopath.
Adam became so worried about acting on his thoughts that he developed ritualistic safety mechanisms to help him keep them at bay.
That I would carry a pair of handcuffs in my pocket permanently, and I couldn't leave the house without them. They became a part of my life. The whole point of me having handcuffs was to alleviate the worry or the process that I was going to kill somebody. And whenever I had a thought or an OCD thought come into my head, I'd had to put my hands in my pocket to check they were there.
Oh, is it not nice?
He didn't even tell his wife Alyssa how much he was struggling until he had a breakdown on their first family holiday.
We'd gone to the Canary Islands and he was in the bedroom. He came out just in floods of tears. And I was like, what's wrong? Then I didn't know what was happening. First thought was, is he seeing someone else and he's decided to tell me here, Or what if something's wrong with him physically? And then he started to explain a little about, what was happening. He didn't know himself. So there was only so much he could tell me. I was totally blown away when everything came to light and he started to explain what was happening.
After his holiday, Adam met with a therapist who finally diagnosed him with OCD.
First time really that I'd had a diagnosis for what was wrong with me. That I was told that, Adam, you aren't an evil person. You aren't actually going to carry out these thoughts. He wanted me to stay on and do more therapy with him because we just scratched the surface there, but I was convinced I was fine. But what I did do, and I made a massive mistake, is I didn't carry on with the therapy.
And so, from the outside, Adam looked like someone who had it all. A loving family, a successful business, and a stunning house. But it wasn't the case.
In the times where things weren't so bad, in between what I call the serious episodes, we just got on with day-to-day life. He'd have times, ups and downs, of course, that we just sort of dealt with. But then during the serious episodes, the times where he was very poorly, it did put strain on us. Your whole life's turned upside down. Me and Adam have always been best friends, and you kind of lose your best friend for a while because they're not capable of being it,
I've sometimes pretended to be in bed asleep. My son's been knocking on the door to come out and play because I was depressed. I missed out on things. I missed out on birthday events because I didn't want to be around people.
When Adam suffered his biggest breakdown, at the time he thought the only way out was to take his own life.
I'm sat on a bridge and I'm about to end it all. And it's like these thoughts cannot hurt me anymore. I'm relieving myself of it. And I felt so relaxed, and I've never, ever had that moment. But I felt, how sad is that? Why can't you have those sensations in the real world? There must be a way. And it was that moment that I thought there was still hope.
It was then that Adam met with Dr. Lauren Callahan, a leading psychologist specialising in complex anxiety disorders.
all the rituals, all the thoughts, all the thinking, has it ever worked? I said, no. She said, you've been running away. You've been battling with them. You've been ritualising with them. You've put them up on a pedestal. You give them more power than actually what they deserve. And by giving that power, they've ruled your life. I want you to accept you have these thoughts. I want you to accept them for what they are and let them in.
After working with Dr. Callahan, Adam's life was transformed, and so together they wrote a book on how to live with OCD and established the Sure Mind Foundation.
We help people get back into work who've lost their job through mental health problems. We support children who've got parents with mental health problems. We help those who are in desperate situations with different projects.
There you go. He's going to score.
I will always have OCD traits. That's part of who I am. Will I ever be in a position where I'm on a bridge again, or where I'm, distressed by my thoughts? No. I think I'm more mentally positive and more mentally healthy than people who've not had mental health problems, because I've learned to understand my mind. I've learned to understand, to see how strong I was to go through what I went through, to know that I survived every day.